Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, dreamers and doers, good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on where in the world you are, sitting on your couch with your phone, probably procrastinating. Don't worry, I do that too sometimes. Today I want to talk to you about something very serious, failure. But I also want you to laugh, because when you can laugh at your failures, you are halfway to success. The title of my talk is Why Most People Fail in Life. When I say fail, I'm not talking about the cute little oops, I spilled coffee on my laptop kind of fail. I'm talking about the big failures. The I gave up on my dreams. I stayed in a job I hated for 30 years. I let fear control my life kind of failures. Now let me ask you, why do most people fail? Let me tell you something that might shock you. Most people fail because they choose to fail. Yes, you heard me right. Failure is a choice, just like success is a choice. Now you might be thinking, Jack, what are you talking about? Nobody chooses to fail. But let me explain. The number one reason people fail? Fear. People are so scared of trying and failing that they don't try at all. And that, my friend, is the biggest failure of all. Fear is like that annoying friend who always tells you why something won't work. Start a business? Now, what if you lose money? Apply for that job? What if you get rejected? Ask that girl out? What if she says no? Let me tell you, I got rejected 30 times from jobs. Even KFC rejected me. KFC! They hired 23 people out of 24 applicants, and I was the only one they didn't want. I guess they thought I'd eat too much chicken. But I didn't let that stop me. I didn't let fear win. Most people do. And the problem is not fear itself. It's the conversation people have with fear. They let fear convince them they're not good enough, that they're too young, too old, too broke, too ugly, too whatever. You know what fear really is? Fear is a liar with a microphone. Don't give it the stage. Let me be honest. We're living in the microwave generation. Everybody wants things fast. Fast food, fast Wi-Fi, fast success. But life is not a microwave. Life is a slow cooker. People ask me, Jack, how did you become a billionaire? I say, first I failed. Then I failed again. Then I worked hard for 10 years. Then people started calling me lucky. Everybody wants success, but nobody wants to wait. Let me tell you, the bamboo tree takes 5 years to grow. For the first 5 years, you water it and nothing happens. Nothing. It's just dirt. But in the 6th year, it grows 90 feet in 6 weeks. So let me ask you, did the bamboo grow in 6 weeks or 6 years? The answer is 6 years. But if you quit in year 3 or 4, you will never see that growth. Most people fail because they quit before the magic happens. People fail because their dreams are too small. You ask them, what's your dream? And they say, I just want a small house, a small car, a small life, a small problem. You know what happens? They get small opportunities, small impact, small legacy. Don't aim for average, aim for awesome. When I started Alibaba, people laughed. They said, you, English teacher, you know nothing about technology? And I said, yes, you're right, but I know how to believe. You don't need to be smart to think big, you just need courage. The world will not give you more than you believe you deserve. So think big. Dream crazy, plan impossible. Because if your dreams don't scare you, you are not dreaming big enough. You want to know another reason people fail? Bad company. You cannot fly like an eagle if you're hanging around chickens. I'm serious. Some people spend more time with people who bring them down than with people who lift them up. If your friends make fun of your goals, change your friends, not your goals. When I started my business, my friends told me I was stupid. My relatives told me I was wasting time. But I knew what I was chasing, so I stopped listening to the noise. Sometimes you need to walk alone for a while to prove you're worth following. Most people fail because they listen to opinions instead of their vision. Be careful who you allow to speak into your life. Let me be blunt. Some people are champions of doing nothing. They say, one day I'll start that business. One day I'll change my life. One day I'll chase my dreams. But that one day never comes. Why? Because they wait for perfect conditions. Let me tell you, there is no such thing as a perfect time. If you're waiting for all the lights to turn green before you leave your house, you'll never go. Start now. Start messy. Start scared. Just start. The best way to kill your dream is to keep postponing it. Yes, this one is dangerous. Most people are so addicted to approval that they let it control their life. They're afraid to stand out, afraid to be different, afraid to be criticized. But here's the truth. If everybody likes you, you're doing something wrong. Success requires you to make decisions that are unpopular. You have to be willing to say, I don't care if you don't get it, I'm still going after it. When I started Alibaba, 18 out of 24 people, I pitched the idea to said I was crazy. And I said, good, that means I'm onto something. Don't let the desire to be liked stop you from being legendary. Let me tell you something funny and painful. Most people make the same mistakes again and again and act surprised every time. They invest in something they don't understand. Boom, lost money. They date someone who treats them badly. Boom, heartbreak. They ignore advice. Boom, regret. It's okay to make mistakes, but if you're making the same mistake every year, that's not a mistake. That's a habit. Smart people fail fast and learn faster. Ask yourself, what did this teach me? If life slaps you, learn the lesson before it slaps you again. This one hurts me the most because the world is full of talented, brilliant, amazing people who simply don't believe in themselves. They say, I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not special. Let me tell you a secret. Nobody is born confident. Confidence is not something you have. It's something you build. And how do you build it? By doing the things you're scared of. By showing up even when you don't feel ready. By failing forward. I wasn't born confident. I was a skinny guy with bad English and big dreams. But I kept going. I kept learning. I kept falling and getting up. Belief is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. A lot of people love to play the blame game. They blame their parents, their teachers, the government, the economy, the weather, their dog, everyone except themselves. But let me tell you, as long as you blame others, you give away your power. Winners take responsibility. Losers make excuses. I was born in China. I didn't go to Harvard. I wasn't rich. I didn't know technology. I had zero connections. But I never blamed my situation. I said, this is where I am. This is what I've got. Now, let's go. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you respond. If you don't like where you are, move. You are not a tree. Finally, most people fail because they treat life like a sprint. They want success now, fame now, riches now. But life is not a sprint, it's a marathon. The question is not how fast you go, but how long you can stay in the game. You don't need to be the fastest. You need to be the one who doesn't give up. Let me say that again. You don't need to be the best. You just need to be the last one standing. Patience, consistency, and faith will take you further than talent ever will. So why do most people fail? Because they fear more than they try. Because they want fast results. Because they think too small. Because they hang out with the wrong people. Because they procrastinate. Because they want to be liked. Because they do. Because they don't believe in themselves. Because they blame others. Because they forget the long game. But you're not like most people. You are watching this because something inside you refuses to quit. Something inside you knows you were meant for more. So let me give you one final piece of advice. Fail loud, fail proud, fail forward, and then get up. Try again, learn again, grow again, and succeed not because it's easy, but because you refuse to quit. Thank you. God bless you. And don't just dream big, act bigger.